control there with Matt 5, excuse me.
The Steyer's looking really good. You know, third period, out to a 9-0 lead, and then he's got Racer over here next door to him on mat number 3. Racer of Bettendorf up 10-3 in the second period of his match. Again, Racer and Steyer probably going to meet up in each other in the finals tomorrow night. That's going to be, I know I'm looking forward to watching that matchup.
163.
Yeah, definitely. That is one that if you had, you know, you've got that one marked.
Right there. He's up 9-1. They go out of bounds, and he runs back to the center.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? How can you not like this kid? Steyer is a go-getter. And look at how hard he's working with 1:16 left and a 9-1 lead.
11-1 now. Racer intentionally releases Hartzler. Linmar immediately gets on a leg, elevates it, kicks him out, kicks it out to a 12-4 lead. So both these guys have major decisions right now.
All right, here's a tale of two cities on mat 6, really. A quiet returning champion. And with the takedown, right as we speak, Isaiah Patton. He's one of those 3A guys going for his 4th place. There's a few fourth-time guys looking for 4-time place winners. And Patton is one of those. He was your champion at 60 last year. He's so quiet. Not a lot of people talking about him. An outstanding wrestler for Dowling Catholic. And then Dylan Chase on the other side from Clinton, a guy who was qualified a couple years ago, didn't come back, and nobody ever talks about him, and he's found a way as a senior to get back up here. 2 losses on the season. He's got it together this year for Clinton. But he's down right now, 2-0.
Over there, mat number 4.
Looks like
it's only end of the second period. Did not get the pin. Time ran out. That's Coleman of Ames taking on Malcolm of Glenwood.
The thing about Coleman's a young man. Coleman's a sophomore.
Malcolm only a junior.
The junior from Glenwood, the sophomore from Ames, as I mentioned, at the Winger Classic. Briar Dittmer of Southeast Polk took care of him there. But then in the conference tournament, they went sudden victory, and Coleman was victorious. So either one of these guys match up well against Dittmer in the final. It'll be entertaining. Coleman knows him. It looks like Malcolm doesn't care. he just wants to get there.
Steyer with the win, as you guys mentioned.
Sort of businessman-like, but yeah, always working.
Well, that's what, you know, over here, like we talked about Racer of Bettendorf. He's pretty business-like over here. 14-6 lead right now.
You got to know Coach Knight absolutely loves a guy like Racer who's going to go out and get bonus points every time or work his butt off to do it. And most times gets it. He's a pinner. He's still working hard with 47 seconds left and an 8-point lead. You never know. Those extra bonus points are out there. Knight won't have his guys quit before the whistle anyway. I mean, it's just, it doesn't happen at Bettendorf. Got a new match on mat 6.
Another 170-pound mat. That's Phillips.
Here's an unranked guy, Mark, from Waterloo East. This is the lone unranked wrestler. We talk about rankings. He snakes in here. It's one of those stories.
He had a first-round fall, and then he has last match in the quarterfinals this morning. He had a 5-4 win over Crawford of Indianola. He's taken on Max Lyon, Epworth.
Once beaten Lyon.
This Phillips of Waterloo East is a senior, 34-10 coming into the tournament. Max Lyon of Epworth is only a sophomore with a 46-1 record.
Second ranking at the weight class, 170, number 2 ranked Max Lyon. Of course, Patton is the number 1. He's wrestling number 5, Dylan Chase, on mat number 6 with a 2-0 lead. Chase on top in the second period, on top writing, not on top in the score.
Mat number 4 in the top right of your screen. Looks like Coleman of Ames is well on to a victory there. About a minute left to go. He's out to a 12-4 lead. But that doesn't mean nothing. We saw a match earlier in this tournament. The score was, I think,
in 2A, Erickson lost with a 16-2 lead.
Yeah, 16-2.
On his way to almost tech fall, Turner kid, and just a momentary lapse for Erickson, and Turner caught him and headlocking through him.
Opportunities are out there. When it comes to getting maximum productivity from your acres, who can you turn to?
I got a guy who works with me to customize a plan for each acre, not a one-size-fits-all solution.
I got a guy who knows which corn products will help me get more out of this field.
I got a guy who digs deeper and treats my business like it's his.
Who do I turn to? My channel seedsman.
Find your channel seedsman at channel.com.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the Four Seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
You're watching all the action here at Wells Fargo, the semifinals, 3A action. David Bingham, Bob Selby, Mark Ironside bringing you the action as we continue. We're looking at the 170s, 182s right now. We're getting ready for a new one to come on 4. I like it when we just have one going, though, Mark. I'm with you. Sometimes it's easier.
It makes it a lot easier from a broadcasting point of view. Right now, a new match on mat number 3. It's Jared Cadena of Cedar Rapids Prairie, who's a senior, 37-7 coming into this tournament. He is taking on John Ware of Ankeny Centennial. Cadena came out, get on a high crouch and shot right there, but ended up getting taken down on his own shot, and now he gets a reversal.
Yep.
If the referee would have let that go, I think a little bit longer, you probably would have just seen a takedown for Cadena right there. But the referee felt like Ware ended up having control of him for just a second, so he rewarded a takedown and a reversal instead of just a takedown. And that's what's hard in the sport these days. There's so much rolling around. That, you know, if the referees had let it go just a little bit longer, they might see that there really wasn't control there. But a lot of times the clock just really doesn't allow it, you know, referee to, you know, you got to make a call one way or the other. So those guys in the striped shirts down there, that's a tough job. And I'll tell you another thing, it's a kind of a dying breed. They're really working hard. You know, a lot of different associations at all levels, even the collegiate level and the high school level, to bring some young referees up through the ranks, so to speak, and get them out here on the mats.
Yeah, we really are in need of a new wave. There's a lot of referees here at this tournament that you've seen for the last couple, you know, a decade or more. A lot of them, and they need some help. So that's true. They're getting them. Also, we should mention Otto on mat 4.
David Carr.
He takes down Carr for the early lead, 2-0 in that one. Otto's your number 1 ranked wrestler against a number 10 in the predicaments rankings. Otto, another underrated guy, but very tough. But Sioux City East, you know, just don't get a lot of publicity over here for us, and especially for the eastern half of the state. Sioux City East not really on the radar. If you want to know how that team score works, guys, just how many points can be scored in this round right now, Southeast Polk 130, Bettendorf 128. So it's a little tighter than tight. Really, it was a humongous lead just a while ago. That's what can happen here. This isn't over.
Southeast Polk has a lot more, I shouldn't say a lot more, but they got a few more bigger guys coming up yet versus what Bettendorf does not. They're a little bit more top heavy.
It ends at 160 for Bettendorf. So Racer was the last points in this round for them.
I know Southeast Polk has a couple of guys coming up yet that could really score some points and really put them out to about a 20-point lead, a 30-point lead again.
They could cushion it right back. That's correct. They'll have Dion Mikesill, they'll have Ethan Anderson, and they will have Jake Marnin out here soon. But right now,
wow, what a match over there on mat number 3. Another takedown right there for
this Cadena.
Prairie.
Something's gotten into these Prairie kids. I know Utah didn't come up victorious against Hellickson, but he fought hard.
He did.
And we saw Wenger.
You know, Prairie, they're coming on at the right time. One thing that Prairie did, you can call it smart or not, interesting situation. You know, it's the state duels the night before. They're wrestling their arch rival in Cedar Rapids Prairie, and Prairie sent out their JV team against Jefferson. And by doing that, they really conserved a lot of energy, and that was for the 3rd place match. They basically conceded the 3rd place trophy to rest their guys for this tournament, whereas Jefferson wrestled all their varsity guys. So if people at home see a big lopsided victory there, now you know why. But when you look at how Jefferson wrestled on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. versus Prairie, Prairie came out on top on a lot more situations, a lot more matches, and I think that one of the reasons is because their guys were fresher, and that's just one of the very unfortunate situations there of having the state duels the day before the traditional tournament, of whether you wrestle your full lineup and you rest your guys and you prepare more so for the traditional tournament, or do you take that risk, go for the state duels tournament title, and then take a risk for not having your guys at full, you know.
Well, we'll see. You know, Christensen, as I mentioned again, he said Southeast Polk took a beating. They went for the title. They went to beat Bettendorf. But it puts a lot of pressure on you. You got to decide, what am I going to do here? They don't want you to put the JV kids in. But sometimes you got to.
Well, I think it's going to pay off for Prairie here in the long run. If you look at the team score, they're going to be fighting for a third-place trophy. And I guess if he had a decision, if you had a choice of whether you want a traditional trophy or a duels trophy, I personally would for sure pick the traditional trophy over the duels trophy.
Right. I agree with you there. By the way,
Mat 5.
The new match coming up on Mat 6 is because Isaiah Patton
was a winner.
It was a winner there. He moves on. He held off Dylan Chase. No late flurry for Chase, so Patton moves back to the finals to defend his title. And there's more Dowling. Joe Brett of Dowling Catholic is in the semifinals against Dion Mikesell here on Mat 6, Southeast Polk. So the points, here's the chance for the points to start coming back for Southeast Polk with Dion Mikesell. His first semifinal appearance. Steady wrestler for the Rams. Kadena 15-4 now, Mark, on Mat 3.
He's really out to a commanding lead. And the thing is, why he's getting this lead right now, if you've been watching this match in the top left corner of your screen at mat number 3, the kid just nonstop. It's just, okay, so he just gives up a reversal, but he's already given up 2 other reversals, but he continues to keep wrestling, and he's catching wear on his back a few times as well, too.
Max Lyon, a winner.
Max Lyon. So the storybook run for Phillips is over in the semis. He's still alive, obviously. Hey, by the way,